Janine Bolon here with the Writer's Hour Creative Conversations. And today's episode is about how to get on a podcast as a nonfiction author. I mean, it's hard enough. You've gone through a lot of hard work and been able to kind of pound out your book for yourself. And now you're trying to get on a podcast. So what are some things that we can do about that? Well, first of all, congratulations. You got your book done, right? You were able to pound it out on your keyboard. Maybe it's just me. Beat my head against the keyboard sometimes trying to get my books out. And when I do, it's just such a triumph, right? And then you have the editorial process. So you have your content editor that's working with you. You've got your copy editor that's working with you. You have to get beta readers. There are a lot of moving pieces to getting your book out in your hands, into bookstores, and being able to have those book launch parties, right? So it's a lot of fun to be able to get all that together. But now we're moving into a whole new realm with getting a landing page put together. Whether it's a website or you decide to have an author page on Facebook, or you decide just to use Instagram as a place to send your readers, realize there is a place now that you need to house your people. Where are you going to be sending your people so that they can learn more about you? Now, most people recommend a website of some kind. I'm not adverse to that, but some of you feel more comfortable on Facebook. It just depends on what you need to do as a nonfiction author. Where are you going to send your people? This is important for the person that's going to be giving you the interview on the podcast, because there is so much hype and there is so much noise on the internet. Podcasters want to be able to give you as much promotion as they possibly can through their network, while at the same time you do the same for them. So it helps with cross connectivity with that sort of mindset. So let's talk about how you can be the best guest possible for your podcaster, so that as a nonfiction author, podcasters go, yeah, I want you very much to be on my show. The way you start that is, first of all, don't be rude. How do you not be rude? Well, the best way you can really kind of show that, so that the phone will ring and people will respond to you, is to show that you are a guest that has a personality. You have a message. You have some sort of creative spark in you, that you have a message that you want to share with other people. There's a passion that you bring to whatever that show is for that podcaster. So definitely bring it, right? Well, how do you go about doing that? It's through the media kit. Now, many people, if you've been in media as long as I have been, I started in 1987, you probably heard this as the press kit. Well, it's the same sort of thing, only the media kit is more the digitized version. So what is it that you need to do when it comes to a media kit? The first thing is you want to make sure that you have some very professional headshots. Now, you had to get some of those for the back of your book cover, maybe for the front of your book cover, but you want to get additional professional headshots and full shots where you're standing in various environments, have different types of backgrounds, showing people what it is you're doing, especially if you're trying to get on a podcast show as a nonfiction author. People want to know you as a person. What is it that you're passionate about that is more than just your book, right? So you're not blending out your message. You're not changing your marketing in any way, shape, or form, but you are showing that you are a human being. Maybe show pictures of you with your dog running through the park, or maybe you have pictures that you just love to cook, or there's other elements about your personality that are very attractive to people who listen to podcast shows. This also gives your interviewer extra ammunition, if you will, to do promotion for you. So make sure the images that you have are professional. You also want different types of images of your book. It's great to have the 2-dimensional image like what you use with Amazon. Also have 3-dimensional images of your book. And then images of people holding your book are helpful. These are all things that you can put together in your media kit. The other is testimonials. Testimonials are fabulous for podcasters who are trying to transition from one kind of topic to another, and they get really excited and they'll say, hey, we noticed, John, that you had this reader in South Dakota that was talking about how you really helped them with XYZ on your platform. And then John says to Janine, hey, yeah, that's fabulous, because this is, and it makes for easier transitions when it comes to the interview. The other thing is have some stock and trade questions. These are the questions that you're asked over and over and over. And when you are a nonfiction author trying to get on a podcast, you know that before you ever got to a podcast, there were a whole slew of research that you did and questions that people asked you. And when you hear those questions over and over and over, those are the ones that you put in your press kit or in your media kit so that your interviewer will ask them so that you can start the interview that way. it's kind of a way almost of warming up the interview until the interviewer kind of gets a feel for where the energy of that particular podcast is going, and then they can move on from there. Okay, it just gives a great starting point. So figure out what social media you're going to highlight your podcaster on. So when they say, okay, John, guess what? Boom, here it is. This is where your podcast is. They know you're going to be cross-promoting them in other ways too. It's just a give and take that is common in the industry, and it helps direct the audience to where they go. Because a lot of time when you're doing this public speaking gig or something like that, people are go all over the place. But when it comes to podcast and the digital world, it's very easy to help people find that yes, right? Oh, I really like this author. Yes, I know exactly where to go to find out more information about it. You want to make it super easy on them so that they know how to connect with you and learn more from you with what you have to say. So this is Janine Bolon with the Writer's Hour, Creative Conversations. If you want to be on a podcast show as a nonfiction author, please look me up. You can join us on our Facebook group or just go to my website that's listed below this video. And that way you'll see right down at the bottom of the page, there's a big blue button that says click here for an interview. If you have a media kit that's already done, I would love to interview you. If you don't have a media kit built yet, I have a $37 course on that same page that will be glad for. It's like $37 in 2 hours and boom, you'll have your media kit done. Most of the time is you gathering the information together to build your media kit. But I would love to interview you. If you've never been on a podcast, that's fine. If you've been on 100 podcasts, I'd still love to interview you. So this is Janine Bolon with how to get on a podcast as a nonfiction author. Have a great day and good luck.